What's going on, guys? In today's video, we're going to be talking about the differences between Illinois and North Carolina. Let's get into the video. My name is Ramon Lamelli. I'm a local realtor and the team leader of the Smart Move Group brokered by eXp Realty here in Winston Salem, as well as all the surrounding areas. And one of the reasons that I wanted to make this video for you guys today is that I got a call from a couple from Illinois a couple weeks ago, and they're exploring North Carolina, specifically the Winston Salem area. So I started doing a little bit of research, and I'm like, hey, how does Illinois compare to Winston Salem, or rather North Carolina? And that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. Before we do that though, I do want to remind you that if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to reach out. You can call me, you can shoot me a text, you can send me an email. My entire contact information as well as my social media handles are going to be in the about section of this video. I'm also going to leave you some helpful links like the Winston-Salem relocation guide and some links to homes that are currently for sale while you watch this video. So while I was doing the research for this video, I found out that Illinois has had a population decline for the last 9 years in a row. Also, over 141,000 people have left the state since the last 2 censuses. And on the contrary, North Carolina stays at the top of the list of places that people are relocating to. In fact, Forbes named North Carolina as a 4th in the top 10 states that people are relocating to. So if you've been thinking about moving to North Carolina, you're definitely not alone. There's plenty of people that have the same mindset as you. And just for clarity's sake, I am in the Winston-Salem or the Triad area of North Carolina, which is located basically in the middle of the state. However, I do have tons of connections with some amazing realtors, whether it be in the Charlotte and the Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill area, out on the coast, towards the mountains. I've been doing this for a long time, and I've made a lot of friendships with a lot of agents all over the state. So I think that the best thing to do is probably start this video off with some similarities. So both Illinois and North Carolina share a love for a few things, namely sports, outdoor recreational activities, as well as we share a rich history and cultural attractions. But there are some differences as well. Instead of going to Lake Michigan, we go to the beach here. We say y'all, not you all. And here you're going to be choosing between Duke and Carolina instead of the Bears versus the Cubs. Now we're going to talk about the weather in both states. However, keep in mind that both North Carolina and Illinois are rather large states, and therefore there's going to be some differences depending on where you're at in the state. One awesome thing about North Carolina is that we really get to experience all 4 seasons of the year, which is something that I cannot get enough of. We do have our beautiful springs, we do have our beautiful falls. Our summers can be hot and quite muggy, and for example right now it's about 83 degrees and it just started raining, so it's gonna be muggy as soon as that rain goes away. But our winters aren't that cold. You get, this year we didn't even get any snow, and when we do get snow, it's 3, 4, maybe 5 inches, and it's usually gone, if not halfway gone, by the next day. Maybe lasts a day or 2 on the ground before it's melted and the roads are clear. Now, funny enough, when I talked to someone from up north and I mentioned that we get 3 to 5 inches of snow a year and we may not even get snow in some years, they tend to laugh and they don't even consider that to be real snow. And in fact, when doing research about the weather in both of these states, I found out that actually Illinois is number 20 in the coldest states of the country, while North Carolina is number 41, so we're definitely not very cold. I will say though, one thing that is comical about the North Carolina area, especially around here under the, not in the mountains, in the low country we call it, people freak out when it snows. So if we hear on the news that we might get a dusting of snow or maybe 2 or 3 inches, you're gonna find that the shelves at the grocery store are empty, no bread, no milk. Everyone is pouring salt on their driveways, and a lot of places, a lot of schools, a lot of work actually close down when even not just a threat of snow. Sometimes it doesn't even snow, or even if we get a light sprinkling, and people do not know how to drive in the snow, me included. I've never lived in a place where it snows heavily. So when it snows, if I don't have to leave the house, I don't, just because I'm not used to it and I don't want to slip and slide around in the snow. But we should also talk about home prices. According to Redfin, the median home price in Illinois as of February of this year, 2023, was about $238,000. And comparatively, the North Carolina average home price is going to be $371,000. So it's quite a bit more. But things get really interesting when you talk about the Winston-Salem area here where I am specifically, because here and very many other places around North Carolina, you can actually find a really decent home under 200 or right over 200. But the median average home price in Winston-Salem is about $268,000. And then as far as rentals go, it looks like the median price that homes are renting for in Illinois Illinois is $1,985 a month, while here in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, we are looking at about $1,765 a month. Now let's talk about jobs in the area. Now, the reason I want to bring this up is because the couple that I'm currently helping, as well as couples that I've helped in the past, are either leaving Illinois because of job transfers or because they've now become a remote worker and can live basically anywhere they want to, so they're choosing North Carolina. According to a recent survey, most people from Illinois, most Illinoisians said that the reason they were leaving Illinois was because of job relocating, because of a job transfer. Illinoisians, huh? I don't know that we're much better here. We call ourselves North Carolinians. IllinoisPolicy.org said that Illinois is the 5th highest in unemployment in the country, while North Carolina falls in the number 24 spot of that same list. We have a lot of retail jobs here, a lot of nursing jobs as well. It's a growing state, so we're getting a ton of new businesses coming to the area as well. Just generally speaking, there's a lot of opportunity when it comes to the job market in North Carolina. And of course, we should also talk about the lifestyle differences. So according to the research that I did online, Illinoisians, or people from Illinois, tend to go to Lake Michigan to, enjoy some time and have some outdoor recreational activities. Here in North Carolina, if we want that experience, we would probably equate that to going to the beach, which is about 3.5 hours away, depending on what beach you're going to. But North Carolina as a whole covers over 300 miles of coastline, which is pretty amazing. Not to mention, you have some awesome places right up north in Virginia and right down south in Myrtle Beach in South Carolina, which has Myrtle Beach. And like Illinois, a lot of the residents here do enjoy a plethora of outdoor activities. So if you're one of those people, you're definitely not going to miss it when you move to North Carolina, because we have hiking, we have cycling, we have, BMX tracks, a lot of fishing, a lot of hunting in the area as well. Basically, outdoors is a lifestyle, and a lot of people enjoy that, and there's plenty to do. We've got mountains, we've got lakes, we've got rivers, all kinds of things to do. And specifically speaking, here in the Winston-Salem area, we do have, we are kind of spoiled because we're basically in the middle of the state. We got the beaches to the east, we got the mountains to the west. So depending on what you're feeling, or maybe the season, we tend to go to the mountains in the fall and winter. And obviously the summertime, we're heading to the beaches, we're heading to the lakes, we're river tubing, we're tubing down the river. Now let's talk about retirement in both states. Illinois is the 16th most expensive state to retire in, according to Wall Street 24/7. The cost to retire is 1.4% higher than the national average in Illinois. North Carolina falls as the number 28 most expensive state to retire in the country, and we actually fall 6.2% lower than the national average when it comes to what it costs to retire. North Carolina can be a very, very affordable option for people to retire in the entire state, and actually here in Winston-Salem, we're really highly ranked as a great place for people to retire. Great weather, low taxes, affordable home prices, lots of things to do for retirees. There's a lot. All right, guys, that's going to bring us to the end of today's video. If you have any more specific questions, feel free to reach out, give me a call, shoot me a text. A lot of times it's kind of hard when I'm doing these state videos because I'm not talking about a specific area, specific city. I'm talking generally about a whole state. So there's not a lot of things that apply to the entire state. But yeah, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, give me a call. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.